morning, everybody. This is a great day. And great days are the greatest when they're full of gratitude and optimism and hope. But it is in particular exactly the 20th anniversary of Intelligent Technology Spokane Acena being formed. And it always requires a little bit of a historical reminiscing to fully appreciate such an event. So I have to admit that 44 years ago, I started bragging about David Rockefeller, as a very, very old man, stepping away from the meet and greet photo opportunity line and choosing me to have a glass of whiskey with and talk about his dead brother Nelson and the drastically declining work ethic in America. And I ran on that for a few years. And then 33 years ago, I met the great man of the hour in Poland, Lech Wałęsa. He was gracious enough to have the artist sign that flag and hand it to me himself. And I will never forget it, and I haven't regretted a single day in Poland since then. But this is kind of historical. And it's pretty hard to tell these grandpa stories to the bright young minds that are joining the Omega Group today. So I officially today shed that history. Doesn't mean I won't ever wear my Harvard sweater again, but not today. This shirt represents 25 years of me sliding and coasting and allowing Adam Wadowiak and my wife Eva Garris to run the company. And I kind of watched. Everything was working pretty well. And I was satisfied until a couple of years ago. In COVID, I must say, we faced a very uncertain future, and it turned out to be great for the Omega Group. I know it was hard for a lot of people. I like to say lately that some people have real problems. In the Omega Group, we have great opportunities. And for the last couple of years, we've been putting the big rocks in the jar that really satisfy this 25-year-old idea of the Omega equity portfolio. But that's hardly a methodology to be successful going into this uncertain and dangerous future. So we chose Israeli technology to be the platform for our newest products and services. And I'm living with 7 Ukrainians, one of whom is the artist that did this highly ecological art called Focus Deep, which you'll soon see us singing in front of, Lydia. And she's raising her family next to mine, and it's really easy for me to think that everybody here today is a member of my family. I fully expect that in January our joint venture with the Science Park in Lviv will be finalized. I also expect I'll get a chance to meet Zelensky. And what we have already is 4 months of 12 bright young minds who are trapped in Lviv. These young men are not able to leave. They're happy to have this opportunity to work in kind of an American style, and they're using AI as the platform for IM2B 7.0. And the target brings me back to some people have real problems. There's an epidemic of teenagers committing suicide, and I agreed to reduce kind of the scope I wanted to achieve in this next round. First round was released in COVID for primary school kids. This round is released targeting teenagers who have lost hope in the future to such an extent that they don't even want to participate in it. So it's time for me to be able to accomplish all of that with my new identity, which is Chief Coach of the Omega Group. And as Chief Coach of the Omega Group, I had no idea how I was going to find a serious theme to talk about this morning until I remembered that fundamentally I spend an unceasing amount of time praying that I will become fully formed someday as an evangelical Catholic. And I like to say to people around the Mega Group, it's very easy to discover that God actually does exist, because He's proving it all the time. This morning, in response to a really desperate need for the kind of young people that are entering the workforce today who got tired of working at reception, she was replaced by Basha, you'll meet her later, who unfortunately, I still can't hire anybody older than me to work in the Mega Group, but I would really like to try. And I still didn't have my speech for the day until I decided I better trim my Santa beard a little bit to look pretty for these pictures. And I overdid it, and I whacked my beard on this side, and it reminds me that nobody's perfect. For anybody looking at this video, you'll never meet a universal expert in the Omega Group. You'll never meet a perfect person, but I really and honestly, truly believe that we have teams that will present you this all-inclusive services brochure that will tell you that 24/7, you can call 19007, yes, Bond, James Bond. You can call 19007, and any problem that you have in your offices or your logistics center or in your apartment is one that we're willing to solve for you. And if you meet anybody in the Omega Group in the next few weeks that doesn't present to you at least 3 choices for the bottle of wine which expresses their gratitude for the chance to share your problems and turn them into our opportunities and your solutions, I'd be very, very surprised. So with that, I'm really looking forward to leading this group with our Christmas wishes for you. And we do wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Might work. Might work. Might work.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Glad tidings we bring to you and your kin. Glad tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you